Welcome back to The Road Show. This morning in The Buzz, we are talking about the happiest states in the U.S. Now, Wallet Hub just released its latest survey on the subject, and it turns out Utah, that's right, Utah is considered number one. West Virginia is dead last on the list, but Rhode Island is somewhere in the middle. We're actually number 27. Now, nearby Massachusetts comes in at number 16. Moving up the ranks, the rankings were based on emotional and physical well-being, work environment, and community and environment. So we wanted to know, what do you think about the ratings, and where do you think would be a happy place to live in the good old US of A?
Obviously, aside from where we live now, because I like this general area, being the proximity to the ocean and things like that. But if I had to move to another state, I could totally see, well, I think of a Colorado, but I don't know if I'd want to be that far from the ocean. Maybe even like a New Hampshire. I love being outdoors and hiking and kind of getting that relaxation, the Vermont, New Hampshire-ish
like
area.
that vibe, yeah. I never thought I'd want to be away from the ocean either, till going to Colorado, to being in Vail. I think I still would miss the ocean, but it's an incredibly just beautiful place, and not just in the winter. In the summertime, Vail is just so, the mountains just take your breath away. It's just so beautiful.
I would need seasons. That's the biggest part for me, because that makes me happy. I enjoy the transitional time of year. That's why I don't think I could ever live down south or even really on the west coast, or certain places on the west coast, I should say. I know other ones will experience more seasons, but having family in Florida and visiting them and knowing just how kind of generic the weather
Rhode Island
is.
South.
Yes, it's Rhode Island South. It certainly is. But I don't think I could ever live there year round.
That is actually one of the things, when you talk to someone who's lived in New England, whether it's Rhode Island, any place, that's the one thing that I always hear them say that they miss is the seasons. Not so much the winter, but this time of year when the leaves start to change and the fall comes around, that's the one thing that they really, truly miss about being back here. I would miss the ocean. And that feeling of being able to go to the beach when I want to go to the beach and being that close to the ocean, that's one of the things that I would really miss, because I love it so much.
I think I could go a little further south, but maybe that Virginia area. I even looked at schools in Virginia for a little while, because too, I don't know, I kind of want to hang on this side
of the coast. You're an East Coast girl.
I am. Well, East Coast girls.
She's East Coast, right? She's East Coast.
Changing the lyrics a little bit. All right, Brendan, where would you live, obviously, aside from right here in Rhode Island, if you had to move?
I don't know. I can't focus. I missed out on the Bruce Springsteen book tour tickets. I can't go on today, guys. But no, I love it right here in Rhode Island. If I couldn't live here, I did enjoy living in California. I loved Los Angeles when I was there. But I am an East Coast guy. I won't change the lyrics to favor myself. Well, most importantly, where would the people be happy? Besides in front of the screen watching The Road Show, obviously. Do they agree with Rhode Island's rank? Well, let's try this and find out. Donna Steer is up first with where she'd like to be, stating the Lower Keys, Florida. That sounds pretty good. And Mark Anthony Simonson, he loves it right here. Who wouldn't be happy living in Rhode Island? The Ocean State ranks number one in my book. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. It's a great place indeed. Thanks for commenting, you guys. And as always, we want to hear from you, so you know what to do. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at The Road Show, to weigh in and keep up with the latest show news and happenings. Now, yesterday, I noticed that we were just a few likes away from 19,000 on Facebook. I'm happy to report right now we have passed that number. 19,000 Facebook likes. All right. Thank you very much to everyone.